Now, let's move on to treatment decisions. What are the 1 to 2 most important factors that shape your treatment decisions for narcolepsy patients? What considerations are most influential in helping you select treatments for your patients?
I think the first is their age. For example, how much this is affecting their quality of life. If they're younger and this is affecting their jobs and they're getting in trouble at work, that might mean that I have to treat them more quickly or aggressively and more long term. I think the second thing that's important is previous things that have not worked. So, what line of therapy have they come to my office already on treatment? That'll help guide the treatment steps there.
Okay, so age and impact on quality of life and previous treatments tried are the biggest factors. Can you expand on that a little? For example, if someone is younger and their work is being affected, what specific treatment approaches might you be more likely to consider? And conversely, if someone has already tried a few things, how does that change your thinking?
So for the younger people, I think in the situations we were discussing, it might become really important for us to put them on a stimulant right away to keep them awake. Because a lot of the things like Xyrem, Xywav take a long time to work, but stimulants like Nuvigil, Provigil work very quickly. So for those younger patients, I put them on that so they can get through work, so they don't lose their job, for example.
Okay, so stimulants might be a first choice for younger patients to provide immediate help. And what about patients who have already tried a few treatments? How does that influence your decision making?
For patients who tried a few treatments, they probably have already tried stimulants and probably some medicines like Effexor, which are SSRIs, SNRIs that can help with this condition. So for those patients, I often have to go to second and third line. So things like Wakiq or things like Xyrem that could work well as later line therapies in patients who have not derived benefit from the
Okay,
first
that makes
line,
sense.
second lines.
So it sounds like you generally start with stimulants and possibly SSRIs or SNRIs, and then move to Xyrem or Xywav as second or third line options if those don't work or haven't been tried. Finally, let's talk about treatment escalation. What are the 1 to 2 most common catalysts, symptoms, or events that lead you to escalate treatment or add another narcolepsy treatment for a patient?
I think the biggest thing is just how the patient is doing clinically. We don't keep repeating the polysomnograph or the sleep latency test. We ask the patient how they're doing. If they're not getting better on a certain therapy, we might have to increase the dose or we might have to switch it. So it's all symptom based.
So it really comes down to the patient's reported symptoms and how well they're functioning. Are there specific symptoms or functional impairments that are particularly concerning or that trigger a change more quickly?
Yes, things like falling asleep while driving, things that can lead to them harming themselves or others, or cataplexy, loss of muscle tone while walking, while swimming, things that could endanger their lives will lead to more aggressive consideration of treatment.
Okay, so safety concerns like falling asleep while driving or cataplexy that could cause injury are major triggers for more aggressive treatment. That's a very helpful overview of the treatment journey.